Has that anything to do with this?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Should go
Live
We're
streaming.
live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm glad to be back. I missed you guys. How's everybody doing today? We're just going to give it a minute for some people to join up with us. So we're going to give it some time here. Okay, let's see here. I don't have the thing running down with the people where the numbers are. Let's see. Hi, Sharon. Shaquir Lopez. Hi. Hi, Lori. Hi, Kelly Davis. How's it going? So I've been gone like, what is it, 3 weeks now? Has it been 3 weeks?
It's been 3 weeks.
No, 3 weeks been gone. So I am ready. And if you guys see what you like today, please give us a thumbs up. Please give us a like. We want to share it because we want to get out and reach as many people as we possibly can. That's a camera right there I'm looking at, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, I have your first question. Casey Coman, what do you see in store for me this upcoming year? Am I on the right path?
I think the path you're on is good. I don't think you're off track at all. I think it's going to be a good year for you health-wise. I think spirituality-wise, you're growing by leaps and bounds. I think that's good. But it just looks like with the work, you're going to get more involved with that. Family looks to be good. I'd actually say the rest of this year is going to be just a really good, solid year. Not like last year and the year before. Those were nightmare years. So it's good that you're asking me now because you're going for the positive, which is really good.
Christina Trauger, do you see me going back to work or qualifying for disability?
Well, you can go with disability with a lawyer. I don't think you're going to get it, though. You're very smart. I would look at anything that you could do home-based or get into like these 911 calls where you can actually help out with that. You're always good at really serious kind of events and go that route, or anything to do home-based would be the way for you to go. Really and truly. You're very creative as well, but you know that.
Linda Boudreau, do you see me ever finding true love?
Well, what's amazing for me hearing that from you is that I would say yes, but here's the thing. Where do you go to meet anybody? You know you don't go anywhere. So in order for this to happen, common sense wise, you do have to activate, or if you don't go after life, of course will pass us by. So if you're activating, my timing will be accurate in about 19, 20 months. Gentleman will have dark hair but gray that goes through it, so it's salt and pepper. Clean shaven, about 2 years your senior, and I think you'll meet at some type of a parking lot with around cars. That doesn't mean like a grocery store, I'm talking like a dealership kind of thing. Maybe you're just going and looking at things, or maybe you're trying to cut through a place to get to somewhere else because it's nowhere where you hang out. We know that. So this should stick out like a sore thumb when it does happen. But the chemistry, the connection's there, which you can't deny, because sometimes when you meet people, you just have that instant kind of bond, which you'll have here. So it's a good thing. So please get outside.
Kelly Adler, will my relationship with my oldest son get better?
It's kind of like a yo-yo. I mean, it will get better, and then it will get a little worse, and it will get better, and it's kind of hot and cold. And the reason being for this is I do believe that there is a bit of a chemical imbalance here. And I don't think he's willing to admit or willing to think that this is anything in regards to him. So if anything happens, he kind of blames you, and then he kind of gets pissed and he goes his own direction for a while. So you just have to ride it like a hot potato. It comes in and it goes out, and that's the way it's going to be until he can get that regulated in the system.
Michelle Becker, am I currently working in the right field? I've been thinking about applying elsewhere.
Anything you do in the realm of healthcare, anything you do where you're basically working with and around people, so you're not at a desk job staring at a computer with somebody micromanaging you, you'll lose your mind with that. It wouldn't be bad to go back to school and get some other certifications, but if you're working with people, that is the vein you need to stay in for sure.
Spot a second question, and is there any messages from her boyfriend who's on the other side?
He, I think, travels an awful lot. I think he's never in one place for any length of period of time. I think he's viewed your life and sees how you're going to go through your life, because they know they can see your life from start to finish and everything in between. They know every thought before it even goes through your mind to get there in the first place. So the bottom line is he knows you have a long, healthy, prosperous life like I do. So he'll drop in every now and then, but mainly it seems to be around 4 in the morning. So you might want to see how often you're tossing and turning, wake up, look at the clock, see it's around that hour, certainly say hello to him. I think he really likes to be with you around that hour for whatever reason.
Gloria Valenzuela asks, have you seen anything that's concerning about her health?
Not dire straits wise, but your blood sugar is running a little bit off, your thyroid is running a little bit off, your autoimmune system has been down. But the only way you're going to get your immune system up is if you put more energy into your body than what you're burning through. So you should try to go eat more often, more frequently, so that you can get more energy, because that's going to help your immune system off a lot. And then you got to look at a little bit of the depression that seems to be hereditary in the family. And also the lower neck, shoulder blade is where you carry your stress, tension, and fatigue.
Tammy Wojcicki asks, will her husband Mike get the job with Moss Creek?
I believe so, and I believe it'll be a hard job, but I think he's right for it. I think he'll be pulled at two different ends and even then some, but some people work good under that kind of pressure, and he's one of them. So he really does a good job. Whoever he works for, he really gives them the value of himself. So they'd be crazy not to.
Sandra Little asks if you see her meeting her soulmate in this lifetime.
I think Kinder Soul is what you're looking for. Yes, I do believe so. Not for about a year and 2 months, and it looks like it's around some type of a park. And I don't think you've ever been to this place. I think you're just there for a short bit. I believe you'll be introduced to this person, and they have black hair, dark brown eyes, very much taken care of themselves, very well groomed.
DC says, hello, Chris. She missed you so much.
Say that again?
DC missed you so much.
Thank you.
And then Jennifer Beester wants to know if she's on the right track.
Yeah, but you've got to really tone down the worrying. That's just, and you know you're doing it. If you're going to worry, make sure you do where you find the positive in it and end on the positive. Remember, positive breeds positive, negative breeds negative. So you want to end on the positive to bring in the positive. You can find a positive in anything.
Leo asks, hey Chris, when will I find the right person I'm meant to be with?
Yeah, once you start looking, like I told the other one, you got to actually get out. I realize with COVID, it's hard, around this last year for all of us, and it's put things a little bit more behind time. But I don't think it'll be for about 6 or 7 months, and I think it'll be at a storefront. It looks like it'll be at a large center, like these malls they have.
Jackie Schultz asks if there is a promotion in her future.
Well, there's a trick to it, yes, but I believe you'll get the promotion. I think you'll have that before the end of the year. And then I think the money will trail by about 3 or 4 months. I don't know the reasoning for that, but it will. But you will get the promotion, so that's good.
Elsa wants to know if Fabian feels any love for her.
Well, love, yes, but not like you. Some people follow their brains. Some people follow their hearts. You follow your heart. This individual is not capable of going into something 100%. So therefore, you're always going to feel like you love them more. And that's going to be insecurity-wise, aggravation, and things. So I would try to look at this as more as a friend and meet the right mate for you. I think you still got about another year.
Vicki Williams asks if you see her in new employment and what type.
No, not just yet. I would say February of next year, absolutely. And here's where you're going to roll your eyes. I think it will start off a little bit of sales, and then it will lift off from that and go into management really quickly. So don't let the sales fool you, because if you were here, you'd say, Chris, I hate sales. I understand that. But you're not actually trying to go out to sell somebody something. They're actually coming to you, but technically you're in sales. But you'll be in management. I believe you'll do well.
Giselle wants to know if you ever see her moving.
No, I think you'll redo where you're at. So that's kind of like a new place at the same address. So I think that eventually there'll be a move, but that looks like that could be about 7 years off. That's kind of a lifetime away.
Samantha asks, should I take on-campus or online classes in fall?
Well, I mean, if you want to take, if you're neutral with both of online campuses, your grade average is going to be a lot better than if you do the online classes. And the reason being on that is them there demonstrating it, being a part of it, you'll just get higher grades. So if the grade, is important to you, then you need to be on campus. Passing, that would be, from home.
And thank you for the super chat, Samantha. And Lisa asks, hi Chris, any news from you on a career level?
Career, it depends. If you want to do the ideal thing where you just love what you do, then the only way to go is to be in business for yourself. And there's people that lead, there's people that follow. You're definitely one to lead. Anybody that tells you what to do, you're going to have a little bit of an issue with that. So go into your own business. You can start this alongside of work, which means you're burning the midnight oil. So you'd have the finances and resources to be able to put this together in about 2 short years, which is not very long.
Anna asks, hello, do you see my health getting any better?
Well, I mean, your immune system has been down, but it's already been getting better the last couple of months. So you just have to listen to your body. If you're tired, then you sleep, or you rest, or you nap. And you got to check your autoimmune system, because I think that's what's going on here. You have a lot of the same symptoms of chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. So you just have to really get your rest, get your nutrition, and not stress out and not be over worrisome.
Jeanette asks if you see her moving to Dubai soon.
Yeah, I think it'll be the first part of next year. So to me, that's soon, because it's already the end of May practically. I think you'll love it there, by the way, too.
We have Bookworm asking if you believe they were diagnosed properly with Asperger's syndrome.
Yeah, I believe it's the right diagnosis. It's just that I think there's just a splash of this. Like sometimes you can have a flu and you're just deathly sick, and sometimes you have a flu and you just feel a little bit achy, but you can still do everything. So a splash of something is not very much. It means that the individual is going to have a normal life.
And then a super chat from Heliana. Will I be moving anytime soon?
I believe you'll move before the end of the year, except I don't think it's a geographical distant move. I think it's in the same realm of area. To me, that would be within a 10-mile radius, but I think you'll have more space, more of an open floor plan, no stairs inside.
We have another super chat from Victoria saying, hello, Chris. My son and my sister's mother-in-law have COVID. Will they be okay?
Yes, I believe that they're going to be fine. And I want to thank, once again, all the members that support this channel. I really do appreciate that. Without you guys, we couldn't be doing any of this here. And we appreciate the super chats as far as the donation goes. And sometimes when the super chats come in, I just want to make sure it doesn't guarantee we're going to answer every super chat. You have more of an opportunity, of course, to do it because it flashes on the screen. If I've got my glasses on, I can see it. So, but we just want to thank you so much for being a part of us and staying with the Stay Uplifted family. Do I have any more questions?
Yeah, you have quite a few. You have Elsa asking, where will I meet my mate?
Where? At a restaurant. When would be probably November, and I think it'll be in the middle part of the day, like around traffic time, like 5-ish, 6-ish. That's the middle part. No, it's the evening middle part of the day.
Lori Beth wants to know what her life purpose is.
That would be helping people, and you're a mother hen anyways, so you can't do it without doing that. It's just part of the makeup of who you are. Sometimes you need to put yourself first, though. I know you're hearing me, but you're not going to listen to me, are you?
Ramona is one of our members and asks, hey Chris, how will I meet a good man?
You will actually go these dating sites, and I know everyone's going to go, ooh, ick. Well, sometimes it is ooh, ick, and sometimes you meet liars, but for you, I think you'll meet the right one, so you need to do it.
Holly Ann says, thank you so much for continuing with these. I love hearing everyone's questions and your answers.
I love doing it, so we're both in love.
We have a question from Jason Johnson. Will my kid become a pilot in the military?
Definitely, absolutely. He's like you. He's too stubborn not to. You know what's amazing to me is that he's in the military. This is a young man that doesn't like authority, but he's actually adapted and done really well. Tell him I'm really, really proud of him.
Karen asks if there are any messages from her grandmother.
Well, you know, your grandmother was more like mom, so to speak, truly, because you were bonded and you're the favorite and you're the closest. I think she's around you so much. I think she finds her own way to give it to you anyways. I think you know when their presence is near. I don't think she's too terribly far from you. Like Sylvia's never more than yelling distance from me. So I think she wants you to be a happier life and take life lighter and be having more fun with it. And everything is just not so serious.
Anna wants to know if you do private readings.
Only for the last 39 years.
Marissa wants to know how her business is going to be.
Well, I mean, you're going to be working your rear off day and night, and it's not going to really pay out for about 2 more years. But all said and done, I would stay with it because the payout is worth it. You're doing something you enjoy. You're helping people. It's for a good reason, cause. So I would do it. It's just frustrating when you work so hard and you're not seeing nothing because right now you're barely making bills. So you just have to keep doing it.
Ursula wants to know if you could describe her next romantic partner.
Yeah, I believe Mediterranean looking, olive skin, brown, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, a little bit of a mustache going into a goatee, but it's cut very short to the face, so it's like a little bit more than a 5 o'clock shadow kind of thing. And does something in entertainment.
Rachel Vizzuto asks if she's going to meet anyone soon.
You'll meet a gentleman, I think, in 2 months, but I don't think he'll make it to the third date with you because I think you'll just not be too much into it. So I think it's good for getting yourself out there, and it's okay for a very short bit, but it's not anything long-term. Long-term will be very first part of 2023. God, 2023. My gosh.
Carrie?
I was born in 66, sorry.
Carrie Naylor asks if you think it's a good idea for her to head to Yellowstone. She's currently in Idaho on a road trip.
Everything where you're at is done, so anywhere you go from where you're at is going to be good, and Yellowstone would be a good general geographical region. So I would certainly go just because you're more than burned out where you're at. You don't need a psychic to tell you that. You already know this.
Gidget asks, hi Chris, can you tell me when my husband will get his job transferred?
Late, I would say the turn of the year, like very, very late this year, first part of next year, so somewhere between December and January.
We have a super chat from Heliana. Can you tell me about one of my past lives?
Well, it depends which one. You've had about 34, so you've had the Egyptian times, Atlantis, and things. The only way I'll get details on a past life is if you had some type of karma or soul memory that you pulled in from that life to this life. Then I get more of a bird's eye view. Otherwise, it takes more of a regression kind of thing to go through. We guide you, and you tell us, and we put it together for you. But I think your very last one was around the Victorian time period where you're a hotel owner, and I don't think you had a long life that time. This time, I know you're going to make up for it. You got a long lifetime this time.
It's Dr. Kelly Ray Brown. She asks if she'll be changing clinics or cutting back where she currently is.
I think you'll be cutting back, and I think you'll be changing clinics. And everybody that's watching this, I was on Kelly Ray Brown's show, so if you haven't seen it, go see it. You should have that linked in.
Well, Vicky asks, has her daughter met her soulmate?
I believe so. Well, kindred soul. A soulmate, let's understand this. People say soulmate, but a kindred soul is a twin flame, your significant other. A soulmate could be your enemy, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your brother, it could be somebody that sues you. A soulmate has no bearing on that's who your significant other is. That's a kindred soul.
Jackie wants to know if you can describe her life partner.
Balding, and hey, don't say anything. Thin top lip, normal size bottom lip, stocky, about 5'11" height-wise, that's average. Fair skin, he's like me. If he goes in the sun, he burns his some tans. But a sweet guy, charismatic guy, highly intelligent guy, a funny guy. You're going to really be in love with him.
Georgian says, hey Chris, when do you see me getting the money to move and buy a car?
Moving will be first before the purchase of the car. So moving will be the end of this year. A car will be the end of the following year. So 1.5 years for the car and 6 or so months for the move.
Bams Roth, a member, asks, what lessons or goals do I still need to work on in this life?
Dear, that's for all of us. I mean, people say, when am I going to stop learning what I need to learn when you die? I mean, this whole life is a boot camp for all of us. We go from one lesson to another, to another, to another. So you just have to take it gracefully. We're all going to fall down. It just depends how quickly you get back up and how you positively deal with the problems ahead of all of us. So just keep the faith, keep a positive attitude. You're fine. There's nothing crazy coming in.
Marisol asks, will my daughter find a job as an artist or in a different kind of job?
Well, I think she's good enough that she can go to Disney, but the pay is not going to be very good. So she'll have to moonlight that and then have a job. She should go where they put these banquets and catering things together because she'd do really well with that now that all started to open up again from this COVID, so things will be active. But you know, the artistic thing is going to take a good 3 or 4 years to do, and then when it catches, she's going to have to be good on a computer to do it because that's what the crave is going to be.
Then we have our last question here with Lisa. She wants to know what her spirit guide's name is.
That would be Sandra. Your spirit guide's name, the primary one is Sandra. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. God bless, and we'll see you hopefully next Sunday. Stay tuned for the post, okay? Stay uplifted. God bless.
Yay!